Here is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, a traditional song brought to us by makingmusicfun.net. What you have here is something that can be played with one hand or two hands. The finger numbers here are to guide you if you're playing with one hand and you're used to hand positions. I myself am not big on hand positions, but I'll play it with my right hand. Just that much. And so that you can see my thumb is on C and my ring and pinky are here in what they call Grandma's house. This is the roof to Grandma's house, G-A, right? So if you were to do that, that would get you through the first four measures. C, C, G, G, A, G. However, you could easily play this with two hands on the upper part, the treble clef, and let me play the bass clef as a duet. So this is a piece that you can get two uses out of. When you first learn piano, you can just play the upper part and we can duet. And then later, when you're more advanced, you can come back and play the upper part with one hand, as it says, and add the left hand. So this particular segment is where I'm going to show you how to play the melody. You can play it with one hand or two. And then at the end of the video, I'll go back and show you how to play the left hand and put them together if that's your level. So start with middle C. You'll recognize C the cat, right? The D the dog is right there. There's C the cat. You see the whiskers, the ledger line. Play that twice. Then you will recognize the G that is in the circle, the target inside the G clef. Two C's. Two G's, next come two A's, and you know the A simply because it's the note above the G. Two of those, and then back to the G. Play that with me. Ready, go. C, C, G, G, A, G. From this G, you can see that you're on the second line. You step down to the first space. If you're using hand position in your right hand, you can shift your ring finger down to the F. Otherwise, you can just keep using fingers so you run out of fingers and start crab walking. It doesn't much matter. So here you are on the F with whatever finger. I'll use the finger it says on the page, but it doesn't matter. You can crab walk your way down. Two Fs. Step down from the space to the line. Two E's. Now we know that here we have to figure out what that is, but we know that's middle C, and that's the note above middle C, so it's the note higher, the note after it in the alphabet. So there's two D's and then a C. Play from the beginning all of that. I'm going to use two hands this time. I'm more worried about the notes than what fingers you use. 1, 2, ready, go. C, G, two A's. Play the G and hold it. Two F's, two E's, two D's, and a C. Let's wing it and go from here. Two G's. You remember the second line up is the line in the target. Always remember the G line. If you know where G is, you can find everything else. Two G's. Step down into the first space. Two F's. Step down to the bottom line. Two E's. Step down to the D. If you were to take that and split it in two, this would be the same, right? But the hold and the repeated notes are in different places. G's down to F's, down to E's, down to D's. Look there. G's to F's to a single E, and then you get a neighbor tone and a little fanciness. This is the original version that was used, I think, in the French version. The English version doesn't, I think, have those extra notes. But it sounds like this. Here is the second line, the third measure, where you start with the G's. Two G's, two F's, two E's, and a D. Go back to the two G's, two F's, play the E, and play a neighbor tone, and step down to the D. If that's not the way you sing it and you don't like it, you can just do this twice and then jump to here where it seems to start over like the beginning. This is exactly like the beginning, except this version gave you a little extra decorative E that you can play or ignore. When you get to here, it's what you expect. So it's a little bit fancier because I think that the French words to this maybe had a few extra syllables. You can play it the American way if you like. When it's traditional, that means it's a folk song, which means as long as people recognize it, you can adapt it to the way you're doing it. Let's take it from the beginning, stop the video, practice it, and come back at 6 minutes in, and we'll play it together. Just the melody. Are you back? Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, I should have counted you in. 1, 2, ready, go. I'm going to play the fancier way, the way they wrote it. You don't have to. D, D, E, C. You may have seen this before, or you might not have. R-I-T. Retardando is slowing down. Slowing down. That helps us tell the listener the end. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you would like to learn the left hand, I'll go over that now. Otherwise, you're done. Left hand is going to be in C position. Right hand was in C position too and opened up. So if you're doing these, be aware that right hand is in C position and expands upward to reach the A. Left hand's in C position, but at some point will expand downward to reach the B. So basically, C position. Left hand, C to E to F to E. Left hand does not repeat, it holds while right hand repeats. You start space to space, you start with a skip. You step up, F is as high as you go. F is the note between the two dots. Step down, step down, step down. When you get here, suddenly you are matching the right hand note for note. F to G rather quickly, skip down to the E, space to space, skip a white key, there's your E. This is telling you or suggesting to you that you switch fingers on the E because you can't really crab walk over your pinky. It's not comfortable and it's not good for the health of your hand. Step down, step down, step down one more time to the B and open your thumb up to the G. So line 2, left hand is like this. Do a finger substitution so you can reach down to the B. Play line 2 with me. Ready, go. Finger substitution. Step down, step down. When you hit the B, reach up to the G. Good. How do we know what this starts on? See the two dots? It's the note below the F. That makes it E. I'm sorry. And that one started on the F. That one I just told you it started on the C, but you can either count backwards from the F or you can count up from gamma ut. The bottom line gamma ut is the lowest key on a 61 key keyboard, the next lowest G on a full-size keyboard. It begins the gamut of the lines and spaces that would be the vocal staff. We obviously have more notes than that to the right and the left. So if I say G's the bottom line, bottom space, next line, next space, that starting note's a C. So where were we? Line 3 starts on the E, step down, step down. I should have maybe had a different finger there, but did you see what I did? I switched fingers while I was holding the key down. Repeat the C and step down to the B, back to the C. You're on a space, you skip up to the next space. Let's keep going. Next line, bottom line of music starts on the F, E, D, C. It's all steps. Reach up for the F, immediately go to the G, and there's your C to end. Practice that left hand, try the hands together, and then come back at 10 minutes and 15 seconds in to play it with me. 1, 2, ready, go.